I realized I was never really part of my family to begin with. It hurt worse than being excluded. That truth hit me hard the moment I saw those champagne glasses raised on my sister's live stream. I realized I had not been forgotten. I had been erased. I'm 29 years old and holidays used to mean something to me. Not because of the food or presents, but because for a few chaotic days, we all pretended to be a real family. We would cram into my parents' apartment in Chicago, hand out dollar store gifts, listen to the same off-key holiday playlist, and wait for my cousin, John, to trip over the dog or spill red wine on the rug. It was a mess, but it was ours. This year I put in the same effort as always. I sent presents early and they were all thoughtful. A new blender for my mother Mila, because her old one literally started smoking during Thanksgiving. Limited edition sneakers for my sister Hannah, who cannot go 5 minutes without mentioning her fashion block. For my father, I shipped a crate of craft beer that I knew would be gone by Boxing Day. I never minded footing the bill because I've been fortunate. I work in finance and live alone in a small studio across the state. Even though I am not physically around, I have always made sure they are okay. I covered rent when things got tight, paid the Wi-Fi, and sent money without being asked twice. There was no drama, just love. So when I got that text from my mother, "Hey kids, we are canceling Christmas this year. It's just too expensive. Keeping it low-key. Love you all," I did not argue. I did not try to make anyone feel guilty. I just said, "Okay, understood." I chalked it up to hard times. I bought a lasagna, lit a pine candle. My coworker gave me and tried to keep the spirit alive in my small apartment. Christmas Eve was quiet. I watched Home Alone for the 10th time and scrolled through social media as the snow fell. On Christmas night, something shifted. My phone buzzed. Hannah had gone live on Instagram. Maybe it was hope or delusion, but I tapped the notification and there it was. The living room. Our living room. Lights were strung across every wall. There was a glittering Christmas tree, a DJ booth near the fireplace, dozens of people, champagne laughter, confetti music. "Merry Christmas from the real crew," Hannah shouted into the camera. I stared in a daze. My cousins, uncles, John, everyone was there except me. It was not about money. It was about me. I did not move. The lasagna got cold. The candle burned low. I just sat in that silence, letting the truth settle in. I was not invited. I was eliminated. The next morning on December 26th, I got a text from my father. "Can you send the $3,100 for January? Need it by tomorrow." No greeting. No mention of the party, just a request as if I were a bank with no memory. That's when I opened my banking application and went down the list. The rent I had been paying on a second apartment. My father had moved into temporarily. Hannah's phone bill, our family's streaming plan. Even the utilities were in my name. One by one I shut them down. I did not lash out. I did not post anything. I just disconnected quietly the same way they had cut me out. By morning I had 53 missed calls. I did not answer, but I did listen to one voicemail. It was my mother. Her voice trembled. "Please call us. There has been a misunderstanding." There had not. Then came the flood. Direct messages from cousins, calls from people I had not heard from in years. Hannah posted some melodramatic story about how some people just love ruining Christmas. She tried to message me but forgot she was blocked. A few days later, my bank flagged a login attempt from an old iPad. I had left at their apartment years ago. I had never logged out. Someone had tried to access my account 3 times. I did not text, I drove. When I arrived, the house was quiet. Christmas lights still sagged. The Santa statue was tilted sideways on the lawn. I knocked. My father answered. His hoodie was wrinkled and his eyes were empty. "Where's the iPad?" I asked. He blinked. "What?" "The one I left here." "Where is it?" He hesitated. "Maybe Hannah." "Save it," I cut in. "Someone tried to get into my bank from that device. I'm here to collect it, and then I'm gone for good." He did not fight me. He just turned and walked away. I stepped inside briefly. The place was a mess. There were bottles, party garbage, and confetti still on the floor. It looked like a hollow version of the party I saw online. Hannah came down the stairs. Her eyes were red. "Emily, wait. Can we talk?" 5 minutes. I turned to the door. "I gave you 5 years." I took the iPad and left. That night, I reset every password, locked every device, and called my lawyer friend. Not to sue, but to document everything and seal every crack. Then came the letter. A handwritten letter from my mother. 4 pages of cursive apologies. She said she did not want to cause drama, that Hannah took over the planning, and that they figured I would understand. But one sentence stuck. "We didn't think it would hurt you so badly. We assumed you were used to it by now." Used to it as if it were normal. As if being excluded was just my role. That night, my father left a voicemail. "You have made your point. Your aunt's furious. Hannah is humiliated. Your mother has not slept. But do not act like you are better than us, Emily. You are just bitter. You always have been. This will pass. When it does, you'll come crawling back like always." I saved it. That was the truth. That voicemail was them. No more pretending. I did something final. There was a piece of land my grandfather left me. My father always wanted it passed down to Hannah, but it was in my name, fully mine. I signed it over to a nonprofit that builds youth shelters. Not out of revenge, but out of purpose. I wanted something good to grow there. Hannah tried to call from a friend's phone. I did not answer. She left a message. "You're ruining everything. You're being dramatic. What do you even want from us?" She did not get it. None of them did. I did not want revenge. I just did not want to need an apology anymore. One last envelope arrived. There was no return address. Inside was a photo. Christmas night. Everyone was smiling with drinks in hand. "We still had a great time," was written on the back. No name, just that. But I smiled because it meant they were still thinking about me. They were still trying to prove something. They were still not over it. I left the photo on my counter for a week face down. Day by day, I felt something shift. Not anger, not sadness. Peace. True, undeniable peace. For the first time in my life, I was not the backup plan. I was not the fixer. I was not their free safety net. I was free, and I planned to stay that way.